U.S. Department of Interior seal. Office of Natural Resources Revenue honor. Basic overview of the P&R Production and Royalty Report. Form ONRR-4430, Part 1, Overview. Speaker, animated graphic character.
In this video, we will present a brief overview of the original P&R.
What is the P&R report?
Visual of construction trucks and excavator digging.
The P&R is the Production and Royalty Report, Form Honor-4430, on which solid mineral reporters report production, sales, royalties.
Photo of construction vehicles, mineral plant, and a graphic with a $sign and oil pump.
And other obligations such as rent or advance royalty. The P&R also accommodates recoupments and allows adjustments to previous reports.
What does Honor do with the P&R data?
Our financial accounting system relies on the data you report on this form for most of its processing functions.
Form filled out with the title Solids P&R Contract Information and Report Type.
These processing functions include the following:
accounting for royalties, distributing mineral revenues to state, Indian, and general treasury accounts, providing royalty accounting and statistical information to states, Indians, and others who need the information, identifying underreporting and non-reporting.
Photo of the front of the Honor office sign with snow.
This aids Honor in promptly collecting revenues.
Photo of the front of the Honor office.
And aids BLM in performing production verification.
Photo of a sunrise with oil collecting equipment.
Who must report and pay?
If you are a lessee on any federal or Indian solid mineral lease, you are responsible for reporting and paying applicable rents, royalties, and other obligations to Honor.
Several photos of solid minerals mining sites and large equipment.
On which leases do you report?
All federal solid mineral leases on public domain, acquired, and military lands, regardless of which federal agency administers the surface activities.
Several photos of landscapes that include a large rock landscape, highway and mountains, large metal fence, and a mining site.
All Indian solid mineral leases, permits, and contracts on tribal or allotted lands for which the Secretary of the Interior has authority.
Several photos of landscape that include large rock on the Navajo Nation and Mesa Verde National Park.
When should you report the P&R to Honor?
Several photos of people working on computers.
Unless your lease terms specify a different frequency for royalty payments, the P&R report for its sales must be submitted by the end of the month following the sales and/or production month on which you are reporting. Remember, it is the reporter's responsibility to report timely and correctly.
Honor must receive your electronic P&R reports by 6 p.m. Mountain Time on the last day of the month following the month of sales and/or production. For example, if the sales occurred during the month of March 2020, Honor must receive your report no later than 6 p.m. Mountain Time on April 30th, 2020.
How do you submit a P&R to Honor?
Upon logging into the P&R system at solids.honor.gov,
sign in screen.
The first screen you will see is the P&R selection screen. From this screen, you can choose whether to report on a mine or on standalone leases or permits, depending on which types of properties you have. You will also choose whether you are submitting an original P&R or a volume value adjustment.
First, select the contract type for which you are reporting, either mine or permit and standalone lease. Based on the contract type you selected, select either the mine name or the customer ID from the contract name drop-down box. The Federal Indian indicator will be automatically selected based on the mine or customer ID chosen.
Next, select the report type, which can be either an original or a volume value adjustment. Please note that the report type defaults to original.
This video focuses on the original P&R report type. which includes the Other Obligations and P&R Value Adjustments tabs.
Click on the Create Report button. The following screen is displayed. You can see the 4 tabs available.
4 tabs are Main Payment, Original P&R, Value Adjustment, and Other Obligation.
Each is designed for a specific reporting scenario. The original P&R tab is where you report your monthly production, sales, and inventories.
If you selected the contract type of permit and standalone lease, you will not be able to enter information in this tab. More detail on this tab can be found in a separate video.
The Value Adjustments tab allows you to submit adjustments to the dollar values of past sales, including gross proceeds and transportation and processing allowances for a specific sales month year. Any adjustments to royalties due will be calculated by Honor System based on the value adjustments entered.
If you selected the contract type of permit and standalone lease, you will not be able to enter information in this tab. More detail on this tab can be found in a separate video.
The Other Obligations tab allows you to report the lease level obligations for your leases and permits. In this section, you can report both original entries and corrective entries, as well as recoupments.
Information can be entered in this tab regardless of the contract type chosen in the P&R selection screen. More detail on this tab can be found in a separate video.
The Main Payment tab is where you will either submit, save, or cancel the P&R. This tab lists the report's total production and sales, total other obligations, and value adjustments. Once you have reviewed the information on the Main Payment tab and are ready to submit your report, click on the Submit P&R to MMS button, which will bring up the confirmation page.
More detail on this tab can be found in a separate video. As a reminder, only one original P&R report type can be submitted per mine or customer ID per day. After you have submitted your P&R, hit the Logout button to exit the application. Please see the rest of the videos in our P&R series for more information on Form Honor 4430, the P&R.